To all my black entrepreneurs, we gotta do better, y'all. So tune in to the EntrepreNUBIANS Podcast, where we help build better black businesses.
Hey. Welcome back to another episode of the EntrepreNUBIANS Podcast with me, your girl, Tiffany Nicole, and that is Last Trace.
What up, y'all?
And we are back with our segment we like to call Ninja Business, and y'all know it's Trace's favorite segment.
Mm-hmm.
And we are here still with Miss Suzann Christine. Suzann.
Yeah. Yes. One of my favorite ninjas. No, she is the very opposite of a ninja.
Right.
Of course, a ninja is somebody who does bad business.
Mm-hmm.
Black people do bad business. A lot of times we got to check ourselves, we got to correct ourselves, we got to correct each other, and it's bad. So we need help. Please help us, and start by telling us some of your own.
Help us.
Start by telling us some of your own bad business practices, and some that you've avoided or suffered from.
Yes.
Ninjas.
And so when you say my bad business practices, it's like things that I do that are bad.
Mm-hmm.
Or you have done. And
or that
learn
you
from
have
it.
done.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, I'll tell you one thing. When I first came into this industry, I was dealing with somebody in the industry, and, I was like fresh on the scene. I ain't know nobody. I didn't know who was who. I didn't know anything,
Right.
And this particular situation, really was like, it hurt me because I found out that he was in another relationship. So, that relationship was a serious one, and I had to learn, even in business, I think that's when I realized, like, wait a minute, I am a business, like, afterwards. Like, I'm not just a singer, I'm not just an artist.
Yep.
Like, I'm a business, and I realized how, it negatively impacted me when things came out that I was dealing with somebody who I shouldn't have been dealing with,
Right.
and even though I didn't know initially that this person was in a relationship or in a relationship with that particular person, it still hurt me like tremendously. You know what I mean? Caused a lot of people to not want to work with me, because of that person that got hurt, in the whole process. So it was like, from the gate, it was like, okay, well, I don't want to talk to people that are in the business. That's how I started feeling after a while.
Right.
Because I had experiences, where it was like, okay, this really could have potentially like all the way buried me to the point where I might not even be able to break ground, if I didn't continue to cultivate my seed.
Right.
But, I think that's where I first really truly learned, like, okay, if you really going to do work with somebody, like, you have to know where they are in their mental, really understanding. That was another thing I learned too, just on a relationship side. Like, I need to really find out, is this person in a relationship? What they got going on? Because people lie to you all the time. So now it's like you got to really like fill things out, on that type of time.
Especially if they are in the same industry that you're in.
Especially if, you just hear so many
some checks
stories.
And balances.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you hear so many stories when the relationship goes sour or goes wrong, how, especially men, because we're in a male-dominated industry, men will do whatever they can do to just destroy you.
Yeah, it seems like it's worse. If a relationship goes sour, it always seems like it's worse for the female in that relationship, especially in the music industry, because it's just like, now you kind of get blackballed. Oh, she's difficult to work with. Like, it's just all a whole bunch of nonsense.
Yeah. So, and I had to experience that. I had to like experience that firsthand. And that was a very, very, very hard, tough lesson to learn, and that's nigga business right there. Like, this is all ninja business. Like, I can't even believe this. I was just felt so young, gullible, and just like taken advantage of in that whole entire situation, to be the one that had to take on a lot of the heat from it, you know? So
I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's one form of ninja business that people don't mention a lot, is bad relationships. And how detrimental they can be to your business, whether the person you're in a relationship is in the business with you or not.
How about that?
The relationship can still be especially when they're not in the business, because they might not understand how you have to move as an artist if they aren't in the business.
I know.
So now it's all kinds of trust issues, whereas somebody in the business wouldn't have the same trust issues because they know you got to be around a lot of guys in the studio
all the time.
They know they know you got to be around a lot of people, and they understand that. Traveling, the time you're away from home, they understand that.
Coming home late from the studio, stuff like that. Being, So that was definitely one particular thing. I've had a lot of bad business happen to me, as well.
Talk about it.
Just being in situations where, you go into the studio and, I'm just creating. I believe that, creators should create, and we should.
Yes.
But sometimes you just don't know these people, and you don't know how they operate. You don't know what type of time they on. So, I found myself really doing a lot of creating with a particular crew. And I mean, we made great music.
Oh yeah, I've heard it.
Really great music. I went away, didn't see them for some time. Started working with other people, right? And they ended up moving to this new location and saw my name on the calendar.
Oh wow.
Oh, Sue's here. Yo, next time you come down, we're here. We in this building now too. So, I started reconnecting with them. They played me all the music that we had did in the past. Like, we should finish this music. We should make a project. Yeah, that's great. Project is completely finished now. Now y'all want to talk to me about, a contract.
Numbers.
Yeah, afterwards.
Business time.
Now it's like, we basically want you to sign to our label and this, that, and the other. Now,
ninja business time.
I'm like, we ain't never talk about this prior to doing this project. Like, I thought we was just going to do our splits.
Right.
We could both reap off of this project.
Right.
Like, if we want to talk about marketing and how much we can put in versus how much y'all can put in or whatever like that, boom, okay. But it was like, no. And then there was other people in that building who also had opportunities, and I'm a free person.
Right.
So I want to know what everybody has to offer. They didn't like that. They did not like that I was talking to other people and trying to find out what they had going on. So, I guess they looking at me like I'm doing ninja business because I guess all of a sudden there's entitlement here.
Yeah,
like
really.
We started working on a project.
You went exclusive.
I wasn't exclusive, but they was trying to make me an exclusive situation. Like, but first of all, when y'all got here, I was working with other people.
And you didn't sign anything.
It got crazy. They put the project out. They did no marketing, no promotion. They didn't give me my show tracks, so I couldn't really perform the records.
Wow.
It was
some
like
bitterness.
Definitely.
Some bitterness.
Definitely bitter.
Some ninjaness and some bitterness.
One of the people over the label like unfollowed me, blocked me. I mean, these are grown men.
So petty.
I'm like, it's petty. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So I'm like, so then that gives another group of people reasons why they don't like me. Oh yeah, she wanted to do this and she didn't. It's like. So this is the kind of stuff that I kind of like, I'm like, this is real ninja business. So, going forward, when it's come to working with people, a lot of people, especially now, I got people coming out the wazoo. Oh, we want to do a project with you. Oh, we want to executive produce a project. Well, what does that entail? I want to know what that entails. Let's talk about it. Let's have it written out. Let's, because I ain't got time for spending all this time coming up with my creativity and then you feeling entitled to my creativity. You putting out my music, I don't know what's going on. Y'all not gonna promote it. You're not, what is going on?
What's going on?
I don't want to be by myself, promoting my music. I feel like all my songs are children, they're babies. And, if I'm working with you and I'm the singer, I'm pretty much the mom, and, producers are the fathers, and we need to make this baby get out to the world and be successful.
Right.
Yeah, co-parent this child. This is both of ours creations.
Yep.
So I don't know who in the industry decided that, producers didn't have to do nothing. They don't, they get better rights than artists. But whoever made that up, they need to scratch that, redo that.
Absolutely.
We both involved in this.
I totally agree with that.
And literally, it should say it should be a new thing, like, artist, producer, such and such, produced by such and such. Like, producers should get more recognition.
They really should.
Than they
That's why they all got tags on the front of songs now.
Yeah, they put their tags. And I'm not mad at it. Put your tags, It's
everybody's blood, sweat, and tears in that studio creating that song.
Yep.
And like you said, I think it should be split equally unless the people involved, the artist and the producer, decide otherwise.
Yeah, sometimes it is in an equal situation. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, you work with a producer who's also the songwriter, and then you might just be coming in as an artist, adding a little bit of flavor to your stuff, and then so now you're not really going to get as much to the song,
right?
Because you know what I mean,
right? And those splits should be done accordingly.
Yeah.
But overall, like you said, the producer should get just as much recognition as the artist, and vice versa.
I agree.
Because everybody is in there grinding, trying to get this music popping.
That's right.
And everybody's effort should also be matched.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody on a project should put forth the same amount of effort. You're not going to produce the same amount of work, but produce the same. Put out the same effort.
Yeah.
Match my effort. You on my team, match my effort, and we're going to be out here like Beyonce.
It'd be like you an artist, right? You do the song, and then everything just falls on the artist. It's like, okay, I got to do the video. So I got to get the locations. I got to pay for the videographer. Any other thing that might come along with getting that video done. Then I got to pay for the marketing. I got to pay for, the ads going out. I got to get the artwork done. I got all these things that I got to do. And then I gotta go travel and perform the song so we get it out in that particular form and fashion. But then it's like, if that song makes it big, who put in like all the back end work? Especially if you're an independent artist.
Yeah, like I never thought about because that's true, because you in the videos you don't see the producers.
No.
When you go on stage and sing the song, you don't see the producers.
You don't see them.
That's a lot.
So sometimes, some producers, they feel like, oh well, but you gonna be making money out there performing the record. Maybe, hopefully, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then, and if the
I'm gonna
song
be out there
goes
performing,
up,
but making money, that's the questionable part.
Right.
But
hopefully
you'll be out there performing, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully, right? And then, okay, so some of them feel like, they not getting that money, like they not getting that shine. But really, in all actuality, if that song really truly does blow up from off of the artist's work and stuff like that, and you start seeing all of the money coming in, you're recouping, then it's like, you was on to the next project. You sitting at home. You ain't doing too. You just chilling. Right. You collecting the check.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Wow, it was like all this additional work done went in.
Exactly. So you can look at as a producer, you can look at it and say, well, I'm not out there making that extra money you making performing, but as an artist, I can say, well, while I'm out here working,
exactly.
You are sitting at home reaping the benefits.
Or working on somebody else's stuff.
Right.
So you have like when you're doing this touring or whatever, you don't have time to do anything else but that. This producer did this track. Okay, now you got it. Now they can move on to the next artist and keep making tracks. So they're still making money doing other things when you are stuck doing this one thing.
Yeah,
and that's
doing
it.
that, and if you indie like me, like I take care of everything. I'm talking about everything. I take care, so it's like if you want to see those flyers posted up out in New York or Philly or wherever, we posting them things up. I'm making sure, they get printed, or, I might have somebody invest into flyers for me, or like I'm just trying to find additional help, funding, right. But then it's paying maybe a street team to go out, or we might go out and do it ourselves, and it's a lot. The people I don't think people even realize what all goes into like doing stuff, making
they
stuff.
Don't. Yeah.
They don't.
They don't. Yeah, they don't. They definitely don't.
All right.
Goodness.
So that's a great segue into our next segment.
Yes.
Tips, tricks, and resources. So, yeah, y'all, stay tuned. We're going to be right back with some tips, tricks, and resources from Suzann Christine.
Yes.
And I'm sure she got plenty of them. So,
yeah.
Let's get into it. All right, y'all.